Hello dear friends, and welcome once more to this video we have here. In this video friends, we shall be looking at the problem you can see I have here on screen. We shall be solving the question fully friends, so stay tuned and please watch the video from start to finish so you can have a clear understanding about everything we shall be doing in this video. So friends, let's dive straight into our video today. Awesome friends, awesome. The complete question reads that let f of x equal to e raised to the power x sine of x. We should compute f 2022 of 0, where f of 2022 of x is the second derivative of f of x. Good. So what they want us to do, guys, is to differentiate our f of x 2022 times, then we plug in 0, right? Great. So let's just go ahead now to differentiate it 2022 times. Good. No friends, no, that's not the way we are going to go, because if we are to start differentiating this amount of time, guys, we might not finish. Even the whole year might still end us while we are still not done yet. Good. So friends, to solve this problem, we are going to utilize one of the very powerful formula we know, which is called the Euler's formula. So guys, from the Euler's formula, we know that e raised to the power ix is the same like cosine of x plus I sine of x. Good. But friends, this does not look like this our original function, right? But there's somehow that there's a way in which we can make it look similar. By so doing, guys, we are going to multiply the whole equation by e raised to the power x. Good. So this is what we have. Multiplying everything out, guys, gives us e raised to the power 1 plus I times x. Because the bases here are the same, we can simply factor out the x. We have 1 plus I, all that x, which is the same like e raised to the power x cos x plus I e raised to the power x sine x. Good. So friends, if we observe what we have here so far, if we try to compare with our f of x, guys, we can see that our f of x now is just simply going to be the imaginary part of this our function. Good. Because the imaginary part of this our function, guys, of the right hand side means all the real parts are going to be 0. The imaginary part here is just going to be e raised to the power x sine of x, which is the same like our function that we have. So friends, what I'm saying now is that our f of x now is simply going to be the imaginary part of e raised to the power x cosine of x plus I e raised to the power x sine of x. Good. The imaginary part of all of this is simply going to be e raised to the power x sine x. And since this is the same like e raised to the power 1 plus I into x, we consider it is also the same as the imaginary part of e raised to the power 1 plus I, all that times x. Good. So friends, by so doing, we are now going to term that our f of x now is simply the same like the imaginary part of e raised to the power 1 plus I times x. Good. This is what we have, guys. So now to differentiate this guy 2022 time, guys, we are going to have f of 2022 of x, which is the same like, guys, the imaginary part of differentiating 1 e raised to the power 1 plus I x, guys. We are simply going to take the 1 plus I and we multiply by our original function 2022 times, guys. Keep in mind that we have to differentiate this amount of times. We are going to have 1 plus I raised to the power 2022, then e raised to the power of the same function, which is going to be 1 plus I x. Good. This is what we have, friends. Then friends, at this point now, we can plug in our 0. So we are going to have f of 2022 of 0, which is like the imaginary part of 1 plus I to the power 2022 e raised to the power 1 plus I to the power 0. Good. But friends, anything times 0 is 0 and e raised to the power 0 is 1. Good. So we're definitely going to have our f of 2022 of 0, which is like the imaginary part of 1 plus I all the way to the power 2022. Good. So friends, at this point now, let's simplify the right hand side. We are going to factor out some 2 in the power. We are going to have the imaginary part of 1 plus I all that squared. Then now everything times 1011, because 1011 times 2 gives us 2022. But friends, we can evaluate this integral. We can evaluate what is in the bracket, right? This 1 plus I squared. We can evaluate it as the imaginary part of, we have 1 1 times 1 times 1 gives us 1. Then we have 2 times 1 times I gives us 2i. Then since I times I is I squared, which is -1, we have -1, all the raised to the power 10 11 or 10,011. Good. So friends, 1 and -1 can cancel. We are now going to have the imaginary part of 2i all the raised to the power 10 11. Good. But friends, at this point now, we need to simplify further. Okay, we have to simplify further. We have to look at this. We just have to look at the part that has to do with I. So we are going to take the 2 outside with its power. We are going to have the imaginary part of 2 raised to the power 10 11. Then we have I raised to the power 10 11. So friends, let's figure out the resultant of this I to the power 10 11, because we expect to have our answer to either be I, negative I, 1. Good. Because we expect to have I, negative 1, and 1. Good. So those are our 4 expectations that we expect to have. So friends, in such a case now, we are going to try to factor out the 4 here, since I raised to the power 4 is simply 1. Good. So we are going to factor out the 4. We are going to have the imaginary part of 2, 2 to the power 1, 0, 1, 1. Then we have I raised to the power 4 into 252 plus 3. Guys, keep in mind that 4 times 252 plus 3 gives us back our 1011. It is so because I raised to the power 4, like I said initially, is 1. Then we just have I raised to the power 3. So in total, friends, I raised to the power 1011 is the same as I raised to the power 3. Good. So this is the same like I raised to the power 3. And as all know, guys, as I raised to the power 3 is simply negative I. Good. So we have our answer to be the imaginary part of negative I. The negative comes in front. We have negative 2 raised to the power 10 11 I. But friends, the imaginary part of all of this is simply going to be the coefficient of I. Okay. Keep in mind that we are dealing with what the imaginary. So we need the imaginary part, which is simply going to be the coefficient of I. That therefore means that our final answer, our f of 2022 of 0, is going to be negative 2 raised to the power 1011. Good. That's the answer we have. So we can conclude that our f of 2022 of 0 is the same like negative 2 raised to the power 10 11. Great. That's our answer, guys. We have come to the end. Good. That's the answer we get, guys. That's it. So friends, thank you for watching the video. Thank you for watching so well, and please like the video. It goes a long way to motivate me, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, and have a blessed day.